Srishti and I'm back with a video, and this video is different than my other videos because it's a book or movie review video, and I'm a big book lover, like really. So I actually don't read romantic novels because I love more of like thriller books, but I've read a fair share of them because like I think every person goes through a stage where they are just into romantic novels. So these are the romantic movies and books that you can watch or read this Valentine's Day. And they are not rated in like any specific order. They are just randomly that I chose to write because I cannot rate them. They're so good. A walk to remember. I read that book when I was in 10th standard, and this was the first book after which I like after reading which I was crying because it's just so amazing. And like in the beginning you actually laugh, and then in the end you're just like in tears. And I think I have a different like I have a different ending for this novel than other people think, because the last line of the novel I clearly remember is that miracles do happen. And in the movie, if you watch the movie, the ending is different. But because in the book the line is this, I believe that she's alive. I'm not going to give you spoilers, but yeah. And it's just so old school that it's like the truest form of like love. So yeah, it's so true and so it's so raw. So the second movie or book is Pride and Prejudice, and written by Jane Austen, and it also has a movie, by the way. So you can either watch it. So I read the unabridged version after my 12th, and oh my god, it is so relatable even in the 21st century. And it's very remarkable how women at that time was also feminist. So yeah, it was Elizabeth is a very bold, independent woman that I would like to look up to, and the movie revolves around the book actually revolves around how Elizabeth uh, is the black sheep basically in her family and different from every other sibling she has, and how she finally gets Mr. Darcy to fall in love with her. And yeah, it's an amazing movie to watch. So the third book is P.S. I Love You by Cecilia, and it also has a movie. So either you can read it or watch it again. And when you start seeing the movie in the beginning, like you are or reading the book, you're like, okay, so it's the normal romantic movie, yay! But then comes the surprise, like big surprise, and you're like, whoa. So I think most of us never gets a closure, never gets over a death of someone we love. And this movie is basically about how you get over that, how you move on with your life when someone leaves you behind, how you actually fall in love with yourself and realize what you are capable of. You find a new identity for yourself, recognize your talents. So yeah, this movie was very nice and a self-loving movie. And this movie also tells how you cannot unlove a person but keep them and their memory safe in your heart and move on with your life. I watched this movie with my mother, and in the end we both were crying. So the fifth movie is Love, Rosie, and I watched it quite recently, and it's an amazing movie because it is very apt for this generation. The reason I liked it is because it actually tells how in this generation, even though two people like each other, even though they are fit for each other due to circumstances, due to destiny, and due to their ego issues, which we all have, by the way, they're not together. And how much they regret every day, and still somehow they're not together. Well, in this, well, in the end, they are together in the movie because it's a movie, but in reality, it doesn't happen. So go check out the movie and see how you can, render your situation. So this movie, the sixth movie, has to be in there because, like, I support that love doesn't know any gender. You can love anyone despite their gender, and I support LGBTQ. So yeah, I came across this movie while surfing through the internet, and I was very happy to see this because uh, it also, like, the movie depicts how a straight person can actually be gay, and you might actually be like suppressing these feelings that you had for years, and why, even though you might fall for someone who is of your same gender, you like you don't take any actions, or you don't go with them because of the society, because what your parents, close friends might think of you. So yeah, it was very emotional at a point because you just want them to be together. Like, why? So yeah, you must go and watch this movie and see what the ending is, because I'm not going to tell what happens in the end, which is quite different from what happened in Kerala. Like, why? So the seventh book is, oh, I'm full. Like, yeah, Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, and you must read it if you even start reading like in the morning, and you'll finish probably in a day or two, and it's a good read. The sad part about this book is that the hurting section is the biggest section of the book, which tells how broken the this generation is. Like, why? So yeah, it's a good book to read. Gives new definition. It's actually modern poetry. So this is something that you can understand and relate to, and it's easy to understand. So if you're not like into poem that much, this is probably a good light reading. And because I write poems and I love reading poetry, this was a good read. So yeah, go give it a try. So the eighth movie on my list is Everything Everything. It's a teen movie and it's very good for the fact that it depicts how love has no bound and boundaries, and you can go like to a limit. Like, there's no limit in love. Yeah, and they go on a vacation which is quite illegal. She's not allowed to go, and in that vacation she realized that her mother has been too controlling of her life, which due to which she lost a lot of things. So yeah, it's a good movie to watch. It also gives you how that not every time a parent might be right, and how even parents have insecurities they have to fight. So the ninth movie is to cheer the sisterly love we all have with our best friends, and it is Bride Wars. Yeah. So I kept this movie in my list because I think we all deserve a best friend without whom we might be lost, a best friend who helps us through our life. I think this movie actually tells the importance of that one person, that your best friend. Yeah. And this movie also tells that how love is different from comfort. You might be comfortable with that person, that's why you might be assuming that you are in love, but no, love is crazy, not comfort. And this also tells that how one person you loved was the one in the past. They have changed over the years, and maybe you are not in love with them now. So yeah, it's a very good movie to watch, especially because of how it is on the bonding of a best friend. Yeah. Okay, so the 10th movie is my favorite Disney movie, and it has to be on this list because it is the most cutest romantic movie ever made, and it is definitely up. Okay, so this movie is semi-romantic, I know, but it's very good because like these kids are together and they fall in love and they marry and they get old together. It's very it might sound very cliche, but it's really sweet to watch them fall in love and stay in love. And despite the fact that when she loses her child and it's very sad, he helps her overcome that pain because of his love and how they sell balloons together to kids. So it's really good. It's really good. Even the ending, we I think we all have watched this movie. And if you haven't, what are you doing with your life? Why haven't you watched it? You must go right now and watch it. It's a must watch. Titanic and The Notebook weren't on my list is because I am not that huge fan of them. Like, yeah, uh, they are good, but I'm not a big fan. Sorry. And the reason why I also didn't add 50 Shades trilogy on my list is because I think it's another genre. It's not romantic. It's another, I don't know. We need to find about that. And if you want me to do a book review for that series and how twisted that series is, let me know in the comment section. So if you want me to do more such reviews on book or movies or second part of 10 most romantic movies or books for you, let me know in the comment section. Follow my Instagram, subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, hit the like button. Thank you for watching. Bye.